Crazy.
Yo, what's good?
Heating them up.
It's Nelly today.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
It's been hot.
It's getting hot.
It's been hot.
It's getting hot. Lucky Lefty Podcast. I'm your boy Shaun Davis at SD2 Mics. That dude, Lucky himself, the original Lucky Lefty, brought to you by Onora Whisky. OnoraWhisky.com is that premium American whiskey. OnoraWhisky.com. And if you drink, make sure that you drink responsibly. Yeah.
And Ohio State's been drinking unresponsibly.
I'm going to let my co-host off the leash.
No, we got it. No, we got it. We can go. It's just real interesting. That's all.
We'll hear from Tyler Buchner on his first start at Ohio State. We will hear from someone that I actually considered playing their entire interview. Like, I've never considered playing a player interview from beginning to end. I strongly considered it. That's how good it was. We'll talk about that 17 and a half, and we'll get into some other things.
Sick.
We're going to break down the Notre Dame offense versus the Ohio State defense. And according to everybody, now this is the thing, right? According to everybody, national media and Columbus, like this Ohio State defense is just
what?
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's like top 5. And Jim Knowles said he wants to be a top 3 defense in the country. And I'm like,
come on, bro. You can't. Them last 2 games, come on, bro. What are you going to do with that? You can't just say those last 2 games and dismiss them like that wasn't a major problem. We saw your recruiting. We saw your moves in the offseason.
People want to bring up the Fiesta Bowl and attach that to Marcus Freeman.
No.
Right? But we can't bring up Michigan and attach it to this Ohio State team. We can't bring up Utah pushing them around and attach it to this Ohio State team. Like, that doesn't matter.
And it's crazy because y'all issues personnel. That's what the issue was for y'all. We addressed our issues. Y'all issues was personnel, not coaching. Not coaching.
Well,
Jim Knowles
was coaching. That's why they went out and got Jim Knowles. But it goes back to what you said. Did the person do?
The personnel.
You can coach up anybody. Either the players are good enough or they aren't.
What was so bad was that this was running straight. They wasn't doing nothing crazy. Michigan was saying, we're going to go to A gap and we're going to go to B gap. Coaching, what kind of coaching do you need? A gap, B gap. Make a play. And y'all was soft up the middle. Charmin soft. How you going to fix that in 2 games? Marcus Freeman came into the offseason and said, we're strong up the middle. We stopping the run. What do you mean? We got the players. We got the coaches. We made moves. We watched you, Ohio State. You didn't make no moves in the offseason. What are y'all talking about? Y'all telling me y'all going to roll out a whole new defense, whole new structure with the same soft players and shut down what we got going on? How? We even had a first-year offensive coordinator gave up 50 points. We gave up 50 points in the first game with a new offensive coordinator. Come on, bro. And we had Jalen Smith on the team. Gave up 50 points first game with a new defensive coordinator. What are you talking about? And y'all way worse than we were up the middle. So all I'm saying is, Ohio State fans, y'all very confused. Y'all very hyped on throwing the football. Y'all can't stop the run. We got 4 people that can run the ball. 4. The quarterback, Audric Estime, Chris Tyree, Logan Diggs. 4 people. Michigan had 2 dudes. They ain't even run with the quarterback. And we got a better offensive line. What are y'all talking about? Come on, man. Come on, bro. If Michigan gave y'all trouble and we saw what Michigan looked like against Georgia, come on, bro. What do you think we're going to do? Pass the ball? Oh no. So from that alone, how are y'all gonna score all these points? Where are all these points gonna come from? Where are these points gonna come from? How? Y'all not gonna get off the field. Oh, Oklahoma State had more talent on their defense last year because they had a bunch of seniors. Y'all, young defense coming to a second year with a new defense coordinator, and you telling me that y'all stopping Harry? Come on, bro. Y'all not even. Harry Heastand? Listen, not only that, we ain't just go get no defensive coordinator. We went to the Super Bowl, watched the game, and recruited the guy on the other team. We don't do little time stuff like go get another team's guy in college football somewhere. We go get the Super Bowl defender and bring them on staff and say, all right, we're going to do this and this and this and this, and we're going We're not the Big Ten. We're not. All these little Michigan State defenses, y'all be running one play defenses all game. Y'all going to be seeing some stuff. Y'all be thinking it's Sunday. Y'all like, oh, I thought this is the first college football game, not college Sunday game. It's NFL defense out there. What are y'all talking about? We bringing back a 14-sack guy. What? 2 potential first, second round secondary players. What? Utah don't got that. What? Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. CJ Stroud can't tackle. So Jackson and Jigba Smith can't play defense. So if CJ Stroud doesn't play perfect, this is the question of the day. If CJ Stroud don't go out there and go 25 for 25, 500 yards, and 6 touchdowns, how are y'all going to win? What is the strategy for Ohio State if CJ Stroud don't play a perfect game? What is the strategy? Because I know you're not going to run the ball. We not no fool. We're not going there thinking we're going to stop CJ Stroud, a first round pick, of throwing over X amount of yards. We're stopping the run game because we got the players to do that. So what y'all? Come on, man. Come on, man. We don't need Tyler Buchner to play perfect. That's why I'm good. Y'all need CJ to play perfect first game. I remember, if I'm thinking correctly, if I had to rewind back history, that first game y'all lost to Oregon, y'all was talking about CJ Stroud, this and that. Y'all remember that? CJ Stroud lost that first game. Everybody like, whoa, I don't know about CJ. I don't know about the Heisman. After the first game. So y'all fans is fickle. Y'all didn't believe in CJ till after. No, matter of fact, y'all didn't start believing back in CJ until the Michigan State game. That was at the end of the season. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Y'all just thought he was good because he was on Ohio State. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all didn't give him no credit because he lost to Oregon. Y'all didn't start talking good again until Michigan State. And then what happened the next week? They lost. That's why Bryce Young is the clear choice as the better quarterback going first pick. Bryce Young handled his against a better defense. Like, let's be serious. And had to play him twice. Come on, man. Who are y'all? Utah? Bryce Young would have had 5 million points against Utah. What are you talking about? So cut it out, Ohio State. CJ Stroud, this is his biggest test of his career. First game. Oregon, who is Oregon? CJ Stroud, biggest game, Heisman moment, playoff potential is the first game. Nobody gonna care about CJ until he get on TV. We in Michigan. That's the end of the season. And y'all gonna be begging for somebody to lose. So because y'all strength of schedule was so terrible, because Penn State done fell out 7-5, Wisconsin done fell out 7-5, Illinois fell out 3 and whatever. Northwestern gonna fall out by the end of the season. So y'all gonna be like, man, we ain't got no points, but we got all these wins. And y'all know why y'all not gonna go to playoffs? Because y'all lost that first game to us. And we just gonna be over y'all head the whole season. Whole season, y'all. We gonna doing this to y'all. Every time we go up, y'all go up. Every time y'all go down, we go up. It's just gonna be the whole season because y'all don't have nobody to. Nobody that y'all playing on the schedule is better than us. At least we got Clemson. At least we got SC. Y'all on the schedule. That's 3 teams right there. 3 teams that's worth watching. I'm not watching the game versus Wisconsin when y'all play. Y'all play Toledo at 4 o'clock on Fox. Ain't nobody watching that. I'd rather watch Cops. Y'all playing on fake primetime against Toledo? Really? Come on, man. Cut it out. Cops on at 4 o'clock. I'm tuning that on with some cereal. And it's a rerun. That's how much uninteresting y'all watch. At least Clemson had interesting games in the ACC last year. They played Pitt. They lost to Pitt. They win in games against Wake Forest barely.
Lost a close game to Georgia for game 1.
Also, close game. Interesting. Worth watching TV. I'm not about to watch past the first drive. Y'all playing sorry ass Rutgers, sorry ass Michigan State, sorry ass Wisconsin. We put 41 on Wisconsin last year to let the Big Ten know y'all not there yet. Don't come calling our what? We didn't even respect y'all enough to go to y'all place. We said meet us in the middle, man. We ain't trying to drive out there. What are you talking about? Meet us in the middle. We spank y'all 41, send y'all back up the road. We had to beat y'all in the Big Ten headquarters in Chicago, the Windy City, down the street from us. We couldn't give y'all respect to go to Wisconsin. What are y'all talking about? Michigan, stop talking to me. Y'all can't keep a quarterback 5-star in the state. The man ran as far as you can go to Oregon, another unwatchable team. He left the biggest market to go to the smallest, nobody cares about market with cool jerseys. And the other one is coming down the street to our school. So what are you proud about?
Keep going, Free.
This is crazy. Ohio State fans, y'all real corny because y'all are so arrogant in the fact that y'all think y'all finna roll out 17 points and can't add it up. How? CJ, y'all acting like CJ gonna be perfect first game. How is that possible? All them receivers, y'all think we running Utah defense? We running NFL stuff. Al going to be like, oh, we go. And then we got Falsky. Then you heard what Ademiola said. I mean, you heard what he said. He said country, baddest in the country, not conference. What are you talking about? We ain't talking about conference. The country. We roll around the whole country whooping people. Y'all begging people to come. Why? Why y'all gotta beg? Why? Why are y'all begging us? If we so uninteresting, we so needing to be this and that, why are y'all begging us? We already smacking teams in y'all conference. We already smacking teams y'all asking to be in the conference. We done smacked SC a couple. What? That ain't impressing us. Y'all moves don't even impress us. That's why we like, nah, we ain't with the Big Ten. We'll play your best teams, smack them around, and then what? Then what's the value? Y'all the B package. Y'all a B player. Y'all not, y'all, we are Mario. Y'all are Luigi, the character 2 to NBC. Y'all whole conference is a character 2 to us on NBC. What is that? And your coach can't dress. Let's talk about that. Ryan Day gonna wear a red suit, and he more red than the suit. Come on, bro. You have Marcus Freeman in there looking like the Power Ranger. The Green Bean Power Ranger. Nice suit. Fitted. Should have been from Under Armour. So y'all coach don't look better than us. Don't dress better than us. Don't coach better than us. Don't recruit better than us. It's a first-year guy. Ain't a better actor. Don't give better speeches. Can't bring better players back. They can never bring a Joey Bosa back. Never bring a Nick Bosa. How? Come on, man. I don't hear nobody talking about their defense in the secondary. What about that? We got potential in the receiver room. We got release packages, dog. What are y'all doing with that?
Oh,
We don't need Tyler Buchner to play perfect, period. And we're cool with that. We know going in, look, you just need to do your game plan. We got a better O-line. We got a better D-line. We got better linebackers. We got a better secondary. We got better running backs. We got better tight ends. I don't even know y'all. Y'all tight end talking about he looking up to James Laurinaitis and stuff. What y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Ohio State. What do y'all have better than us? Quarterback? Okay. Give TB gonna be in New York. He gonna be in it because you know why? Because we went in the first game. CJ gonna have to fight for his life the whole season of unwatchable games just to be in the conversation because he can't get enough credit. You can put up 100 points on Wisconsin. Nobody is turning the channel because they're gonna be like, oh, it's just another game. They ain't even turn. What? Ohio State may have all the views. That's everybody in Ohio watching. Ain't nobody out here watching. There's Notre Dame Club in California. A couple of them. What? People like us. Even in controversy. Even when we losing. We still more important individually than the whole Big Ten. We are more important than the whole Big Ten when losing. I guarantee Ohio State have a losing season. Nobody gonna talk about y'all. They talk about us losing. Come on, man. Y'all don't got Zeke. If it wasn't for us gifting you Gene Smith, gifting you a Notre Dame alumni, y'all wouldn't even have a program. Y'all be like Minnesota. What are you talking about? Gene Smith came from us. Where you think the Bulls came from? How you think he knew how to get the number one by himself? He learned it from the AD. Sleeping in the dorms. No NIL deal. Gene Smith. That's us. How y'all think y'all make so much money? Because Gene Smith, that's us. That ain't y'all. What are you talking? We made y'all Ohio State. Like Jason Ademiola said. Country, not conference. We ain't talking about no Big Ten. We talking about in the country we the baddest. Come on, man. They tripping, man. So Ohio State fans, y'all can do all the talk. But after this week, nobody's going to care about y'all. Y'all going to pop up at the end. But that's when y'all missed the whole season. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of highlights. And all we going to see at the bottom is, another 7-56. Another 69 points on Sinclair Community College. Arkansas State, really? An FCS school, really? And then y'all follow that up with Mighty Toledo, really? Really? At least we got Marshall and Cal, Just more conferences to go whoop up on, that's all. But y'all, anyway, we can continue.
Lucky Lefty podcast.
That's crazy.
Yo, I told you I was gonna let you off the leash early, bro. You have former Ohio State players chiming in.
Just talking crazy.
I'm like, dude, you're counting Michigan as a big game, and you all don't even respect Michigan.
I don't even respect Michigan.
Ohio State players don't even respect Michigan, but they want to count it as like a big time game. Man, it's amazing. But we have a special guest that we're honored to have watching the show. They say they're a big fan of you now. How to do it, Ademiola? Thank you for tapping in. Loving Lefty's opening comments. I like your opinion on everything my son Jason said yesterday that you guys watched the entire press conference. Well, that which was made public, we watched. I love the comments he made when he sat with the press upstairs when he was talking about we're trying to be the best mom. I was like, okay, Malik has been begging for the front seven to chime in on
good.
He's been waiting for them to chime in on trash talking, and man, did they ever. So Jason Ademiola yesterday talked about the front seven setting the tone when he met with the media.
It's everything, playing football at a high level, We preach, we preach our front seven, our offensive line. We preach that we're the tone setters for this team, And that's what the mentality that we're going to bring each and every game, Physicality is what's going to set the tone.
It's going to set the tone.
And it's the first time we've said this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always been a physical team. If you had to write a description below under caption.
To his credit, he didn't fully participate in the spring because he was recovering from injury. So they didn't really ask him to talk to the media. So this is his first time really getting back to talking to the media. I'm sure if he talked in the spring, he would have been talking that ish.
I mean, rightfully so. It's just interesting how the non-respect we've been given just because of a guy we've had for so long, who's still embarrassing himself to this day. It's crazy that they just sleeping on the fact that we've made improvements. We've addressed the issues. Quick. Marcus Freeman understood the assignment. Quick. We in position right now to where the players actually believe. Because what we were sitting on is what we're sitting on now. We've always had the structure, always had the good talent. We didn't have a belief wholeheartedly. We bringing in belief with guys that just got here last summer. Brandon Joseph came in here like, oh yeah, we finna win, we finna do this and that. Tyler Buchner, right there, my guy. He just got here. How he know about Tyler Buchner? He just got here. So the belief is there, and then the coaching. You just can't get past that. It's one thing to have really good talent and suspect coaching. Really great talent, but coaches that that you're like, oh man, if we get in a tight situation, we're gonna fumble the bag. I feel good about all of our coaches. Defense, secondary, Tommy, the tight ends, linebackers. I mean, come on, man. So it's too much good stuff going on for us to just be a 17.5 point underdog. Marcus Freeman if he didn't do nothing, we still shouldn't be no 17-point underdog.
Yo, you want to hear what Marcus Freeman had to say about that spread? This is what he had to say the other day.
We'll use that in the team meeting today, It's good to know. I haven't paid much attention to the spread, but I remember that one time we were on College Game Day, I said just keep making go up and up, No, Coach Holtz has been a great resource for me just to, again, the best to me, the best thing I got from Coach Holtz wasn't what he said, was the ability to go with him to the Holtz's Heroes Dinner and see the way his former players embraced him. And for me, that's what it's about. It's about being their head coach longer than just 3, 4, 5 years. It's being their head coach for the longevity of their life. And that's why I do it. A part of that is winning games. A part of that is winning championships, because that's what they want. That's what they aspire. That's why I'm here. I mean, they hire you to win games, but at the end of the day, I hope to be these guys' head coach for a long time. And it's much longer than the time we spend together at Notre Dame.
Just sprinkle it. What the Salt Man do? Just that's all you need, man. Calm, cool. Them sleeves get
40, sprinkle me, man.
I'm serious. Just look how he be zesting the media like that. Just zest him. He be like, oh, you give me tough questions, I'm gonna zest you. Then you roll up them sleeves and say, oh, we talked about that. Yeah, we mentioned that. You can't surprise this man. What you talking about? You gonna surprise him? He like, man, he tried to play it off. I haven't paid attention much to the spread. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. He got a TV. He got a phone. He got friends at Ohio State. He know what the spread is from the jump. But he said, oh, yeah, we addressed that early in the meeting, and we got straight to business. And, we're ready for that. We've been talking in code this whole offseason. He said, we're going to be physical. We're going to run that ball. and we're going to take your heart, and we're going to develop our players, period. We're going to be faster. We're going to compete in recruiting on and off the field. So I'm not hearing it, Ohio State. I got all these bets coming on. Now y'all want to bet. Why y'all want to bet? Now y'all ready to bet. Now everybody want to bet. Y'all wasn't betting before. Y'all didn't want to bet on Michigan? Come on, man. Cut it out.
And then Jason Ademiola was asked about the 17.5 points.
We seeing it everywhere else, you know. Like, I ain't never watched TV. I watched TV once today. I see myself on TV next, you know, they said 17.5. But, like, it is what it is. Like, it nothing changed, you know. That's just the responsible you take on coming here. Like, it is what it is. Like, okay, that's cool. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday. All right, whatever. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday. All right, whatever. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday. All right, whatever.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
All
go. Let's go. I'm tired of all this talking. All right.
17?
We'll see you on Saturday. You got to line up. The points ain't jumping on the field. Let's go. Let's go.
They're not giving you 17.
I love it.
You got to get 17. What are you talking about? And you got these sweaty reporters talking about defensive line. Ain't no defensive line like our defensive line. What you talking about, sweaty reporter?
Sweaty.
How are these sweaty reporters?
Honey
Honey baked
glazed.
glazed hams reporters.
Honey glazed. You stupid.
This is crazy. I cannot believe that you have the audacity to try to boost up the worst quality of the team that y'all just had last year. Sweaty reporters talking about defensive line. What? How? That's the defensive line. We got Fosky, Ademiola, Patello, Mills, Cross, sack. Franklin do bodies. They talking about, man. I can't name one defensive player on Ohio State right now. I can't name one. What one is up for an award? Which one? I can't name one.
Couple of the defensive linemen.
How?
Their safety's pretty good.
Man, they see.
Their safety's pretty good. You know, I'm an objective college football fan. You know, if their secondary is healthy, because they're thin at the cornerback position, if they're healthy, things can get tricky. But man, look, Jason Ademiola, I guess it's officially still the off season, or is it now the season? It's the season now. Well, I nominate Jason as like top clip nomination already. Man, what do you say about that 17.5, J.A.?
We also be seeing it everywhere else, you know. Like, I ain't never watched TV. I watched TV once today. I see myself on TV next, you know, they said 17.5. But, like, it is what it is. Like, it nothing changed, you know. That's just the responsible you take on coming here. Like, it is what it is. Like, okay, that's cool. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday. We'll talk about it, see about it on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. Talk about it, see about it on Saturday. We're not hearing that. We a national championship team, not a conference national champion team. What are you talking about? Conference? We talking about country. Irish Nation, let's ride. Russ Wilson, Irish Nation, let's ride. What are they talking about?
Lucky is on fire today, man. Brought to you by Onora Whisky, OnoraWhisky.com, and Premium American Whiskey, OnoraWhisky.com. We're supposed to be talking about the Ohio State defense versus the Notre Dame offense. So let's get to that a little bit. We can come back to J.A. and his comments and, you know, also show the great video that Marcus Freeman put out that lets you know they're pretty much sealed up with the 23 class. Their focus is now going to the 24 class. They put out a great video today. I give a lot of kudos to Irish media putting that together. We'll show that to you later on in the show. Tyler Buchner, his first start. The last 8 Notre Dame quarterbacks have come away with the victory in their first start at that position at Notre Dame. Tyler Buchner talked about it with the media.
The first thing that comes to mind is probably the Virginia Tech game. I'd say that's the most similar experience I've had in my life. And then, I'd say, every single rep of every game or practice I've done playing football, because at the end of the day, we're going to the place and, as Coach Freeman would say, field's 53 and a third by 120. And, I'm just there and we're playing ball. So I'd say every snap and every rep I've gotten is the thing that's prepared me the most.
You know what's prepared him the most? Being named quarterback early and often.
You talked about
being named quarterback early got you the confidence. You ready now. You done got the 2-3 weeks of being the one confidently and comfortably in that position. You ready to rock. Virginia Tech, listen, if that's how hard you got to run, fine. I just need you to make 7 or 8 really big throws. And we straight. Tommy Rees is snapping at the bit to get at this defense. A lot of the reason is because, in my belief, based off of the things that he saw last year at the defense running at its highest point, a well-veteran, well-oiled, well-knowledged, informed team about that defense, we had 500 yards throwing that rock. So one of them plays is going to show up again at the right time because it's going to be for the money. And Tyler Buchner, even though he may not have thrown it, he was there. And he was in the game planning. And that play is going to come up again. I just need him to hit it. Hit Styles on that post. Or whatever it is. Because Lindsey's going to get open now. He can get off the line. What do you say? Separation. Ain't nobody can stick with him. You got Jaden Thomas ready to win his one-on-one. Tobias Merriweather may make a splash. But the tight ends, I saw somewhere they said they might put Michael Mayer at slot and bring the other 2 tight ends on the field at the same time. Ohio State has nothing for that. Eli, the state's scared. Come on, don't let us get freaky now. Now, Tommy got a lot of options. And sad Ohio State fans talking about Avery Davis. We love Avery. But what we say about Avery, he ain't make the commercial. So you worry about the wrong things. You worry about the wrong thing. If you think you relaxing because we don't have Avery or Jadarian, you worry about the wrong things. Because I'm telling you, y'all got basic plays over at Ohio State. Basic. I watched the tape. Basic plays. Basic concepts. Y'all think y'all finna win on, but y'all defense is basic. That's why y'all had to get a new one. Y'all had to get a new defense because y'all knew y'all knew y'all couldn't win with that against the Notre Dame the next year. Y'all had to move quick. Because y'all looked at that Michigan game and said, oh, Notre Dame going to do way worse. We got to fire this guy. Notre Dame finna tear our ass up first game. And then y'all go try to get a guy who, at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing for our run game, man. Harry Easton. Double H, not Triple A, Double H. What are they talking about?
Lucky Lefty podcast. It's amazing because, we have Ohio State fans in the chat going at it with LL Nation. And it goes back to the hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy. I just talked to my boy, Brandon Pope, who's a big-time TV star. I call him a big-time TV star here in the Chicago area with the shows that he hosts. And he's a Ohio State grad. And I was just talking to him on Twitter. He's like, man, you're acting like the SEC and the ACC aren't top-heavy. I'm like, I agree. But yet still, y'all talk trash like the whole conference is good.
Like the whole conference is good.
And it's not the case. It's not the case, right? It's Bama, it's Georgia.
Yeah.
Then it's Clemson and Ohio State below Bama and Georgia.
Yes.
Not on the same level with Alabama. You're a little bit below. And then it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And a few other schools right under there. That's it. Ohio State fans, keep it a buck. You don't even respect Michigan. But that's the biggest game on your schedule every year. And you don't even respect them. So how can you talk about scheduling? Let's stop.
Let's stop. Yes.
The Big Ten West is trash. They're trash. And I went to Illinois. I am a Fighting Illini. The Big Ten West is trash.
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 That's why y'all expanding.
James Franklin has underachieved at Penn State. Underachieved.
All them 105,000 fans are disappointed.
Jim Harbaugh might go 0 for 3 against Mel Tucker this year. And Ohio State fans are trying to defend Michigan for some reason. Like, man, dude, stop.
Cincinnati was better last year.
And
Cincinnati was a better team.
Then
Luke Fickell was a better
once again, the hypocrisy of wanting to pull out Notre Dame's past, but you don't want anybody to talk about your past.
Yeah. You're current. You're present.
And we don't have to join a conference. That's a point. You need a conference.
You need a conference.
You can't stand alone without a conference. You can't. Your brand won't survive.
Won't survive.
Notre Dame can. So stop being mad.
Stop being mad. Y'all need to get bigger to be with us.
Stop being mad. Stop being mad. You need to join a conference. You need to join a conference. No,
we get more money than you. We look better than you.
We're gonna get this 80 million. Now, this is the kicker, right? After with their new media deal, it is reported that after all the expenses are taken out, each Big Ten school is going to walk away with about a little bit over 80 million.
Oh, whopping 80
between 80 to 90.
Oh, that's $7 billion went to good use, right?
Notre Dame reportedly is going to get 65 to 75 from NBC. Not to count the other 10 that comes from ESPN because of the ACC affiliation. And then the other revenue that they get. Dude, so basically, we're going to get pretty much the same amount of money as Big Ten schools who need a conference to get it, and we can get it on our own.
Yeah, because Maryland ain't getting no money by themselves. Neither is Wisconsin. Neither is none of them schools. Rutgers, none of them. None of them.
None of them.
We generate all our money ourselves. We're independent for real. Y'all part of 300.
I want to get back to the game, though, and the hypocrisy that we're hearing. Like, because people don't want it, just because you don't research or you don't know. See, we know players on Alabama. We know players on Georgia. We know players on Ohio State. Right? That's why I said if Ohio State's secondary is healthy, because they have health concerns with the starting defensive backs. If they're healthy, they can play. I love their safety. Love him. He's going to be big time in the NFL.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck. Those linebackers, real questionable. Real questionable. Right? Because you're depending on your star, 5-star stud at the linebacker position to come in and make an impact. Because the ones that were there, yeah, they were questionable. Your defensive line, they get pushed around. You don't want to talk about that? You don't want to talk about how Michigan pushed them around? You don't want to talk about how Utah pushed them around? But you want to bring up Notre Dame's past, though.
Don't make sense.
That's the hypocrisy in this entire situation and how things are being viewed.
Like, go back to, I mean, come on.
Be objective.
When's the last time we ever tried an FCS school? I want to know that.
Be objective, man. And don't get mad because we're objective. Jerry DiNardo, once again. Big Ten, don't be mad at us. Because we're the Notre Dame guys. Jerry DiNardo came on the road trip and flat out said, I have concerns with the defense. on the Big Ten Network. I have concerns with the defense. I have concerns with them learning the terminology from what I saw in practice. This is Jerry DiNardo. Don't get mad at us.
And you know why they didn't catch that? Because nobody watched the Big Ten Network. Nobody watched that shit. That's channel 650. Who got cable like that? So that's why they're missing all the important facts that Ohio State fans need to know.
Right.
They can't communicate. You can't communicate against us. It's a problem. Because y'all couldn't communicate A gap, B gap last year.
Right.
So if y'all got communication problem going in this week, it's going to be trouble.
See, this is right here. This cool kid. Tim Priester, Buchner isn't accurate. Hey, Lucky Lefty podcast. Your linebackers are trash. I mean, okay, cool. Your linebackers are trash. And you know this. They were trash last year, and you can get a new defense and put lipstick on it. Personnel is still the same, bro.
Trash.
Still the same. Trash.
Getting blocked. What you mean? Blake Fisher finna double the shit.
Trash.
We went in the trenches.
Trash.
So
you want to quote Tim Priester, but then get mad at what I just said about Jerry DiNardo, who was there at practice as a coach, pretty much saying, yeah, this defense is it's going to be interesting. His quote was, because they don't start off against a weaker team.
Yes, we're not Arkansas State.
Yeah, so they're not about to be able to work themselves into this Jim Knowles. No.
And this is where it comes in the fact of why I say y'all uninteresting. We're interesting every week because we on prime time playing games every week. We don't get no breaks.
Yeah.
Most teams do what y'all do. Either have a bye week before y'all play us or play a trash ass team after y'all play us. That's what all y'all teams do out there. Y'all take a nice healthy break, nice healthy bye week right before Notre Dame and still get smacked. Georgia did it and won by a little bit. Clemson did it and won by a little bit. All these other teams that try to do it get smacked. That's not no formula to beat us. And then after the fact, we done whelped y'all up so bad. Y'all play these trash FCS schools. Y'all have so little confidence in yourselves to follow up with a tough game. Y'all ran to the FCS. How much y'all paying them? They're like, damn, Ohio State, why y'all calling my phone? I'm worried about Texas State next week. You calling me talking about playing it? What? Hey, bro, please come take this money from us.
Well, this is great. I don't know if you know this, bro, but you made the Columbus Dispatch. Did you know that? I'm just saying. You made the Columbus Dispatch. It's pretty impressive.
The truth reaches far, man. The truth reaches far.
Lucky Lefty.
Justin Fields wouldn't be at the Bears.
So
if he stayed in Georgia.
We talked about they have depth at the defensive line, but the depth is young, especially on the interior. Their people have discussed that during their camp. Linebackers have struggled. Yeah, they have a great freshman linebacker that they're expecting to come in, be in the rotation. Linebackers weren't exactly the strength of that team the last 2 years, which goes right into the game plan, right? Run the ball. And Tyler Buchner was asked about that, like run the ball control. You might like what the signal caller for the Fighting Irish had to say.
There are times to do that, to control the ball and control the clock and wind it down, but that isn't the whole thing. We're not going to come out in the wing tee and snap it at 1 second for every single play. I think it's certainly important to limit their offensive drives. Their offense is obviously extremely talented, and they know how to put up points. But it's about limiting. You got to win the turnover battle, and you got to limit their offensive possessions by if it's us scoring or staying on the field or continuing drives, do our best to do that.
Yeah, as it should. Nobody watched Tyler Buchner's highlight tape from high school. He wasn't no ball control dude. That man was throwing it deep and running forever. Y'all asleep. If y'all think, that's what I'm saying, Ohio State. Y'all think, like Tyler Buchner said, we don't got no wing T, but we finna run that thing, though. But the thing is, Tyler Buchner is bombs over Baghdad, too. This ain't Jack Cohn backup quarterback swag. This is a guy that you mess around long enough, he might hit you over the head with something crazy. We didn't have that last year. So I'm just interested in maybe they just taking TB12 as a joke or something. He's going to New York.
J.A. said that the offensive line and defensive line were going to set the tone each and every game. I expect nothing different. Week one. Punch them right in the mouth. Marcus Freeman said he loves to defer. So
we want to give you the ball first for sure.
If he wins, look for them. Look for Notre Dame to be on the field first, because Ryan Day probably wants to put his quarterback on the field first. And Marcus Freeman probably wants to put his defense on the field first.
Yeah, and I want to put Fauci out there first. Let him taste some of that.
So, look at Notre Dame's defense to take the field first. But getting back to the run game, how important it's going to be, the three-headed monster that is Logan Diggs, Aldrick Estime, and Chris Tyree. Tyler Buchner being a part of that running game as well. Michael Mayer, who, look, there's nobody on Ohio State that can defend Michael Mayer.
Nobody.
You don't have anybody.
You don't have anybody.
You don't. You don't have anybody. You don't.
No.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And like you said earlier, we got release packages, dog.
And that's the problem. Y'all don't have no answer for the guy that we know we have. But then what y'all gonna do with our improved players? Because Styles is getting behind somebody. Because I know y'all not foolish enough to think we only gonna run. You're gonna have to do something with Michael Mayer. You're gonna have to do something with Styles. And y'all DBs is suspect. And if they are playing, they're gonna be playing hurt.
It's funny because the kid replied, because he's not cool. I just call him the kid. The kid replied that Michael Mayer is the second best tight end in college football. That's a negative. So he's the second best tight end in the whole nation, which makes him better than any tight ends you have, and still makes him incapable of being covered by your defense. I don't care if he's first or second.
Yeah, it still makes
sense. It's the same thing on Saturday. You don't have anybody that can cover. Period. You don't. You just don't. You don't have anybody that can cover. And we hope that you double team them.
And we hope you double team them. We hope
you double team them.
Double teaming them.
Please double team them. Please.
We hope you go in there with an engage 8. Put 10 men in the box. Do it. Because how you want it. Because we're going to hit you over the head with a play action. You can't guard Michael Mayer. And I know you can't stop our run game. So you're going to have to sell out on something. Jim knows you can't sell out on no pass for us.
So if the linebackers are an issue for Ohio State, Tyler Buchner is to be used how? Like, if you know those linebackers are what you want to target, along with the interior of that defensive line.
Giving them boys misery. I'm Tommy Reese.
Yeah, first series.
I'm running Chris Tyree routes out the backfield on them linebackers, putting in Aldrick, punishing them linebackers, and then towards the middle of the field, towards the red zone, play action them linebackers. I don't care about nothing else. Y'all can have the DBs. They're gonna have to start putting DBs in the box because I am abusing all of them. Chris Tyree gonna have 150 yards reception on linebacker matchups. Remember what happened with Purdue? Purdue started playing real tough. What we do? Go empty Kyron out, one-on-one with them sorry-ass linebackers. What happened? Touchdown. Tyler Buchner can throw a slant because that's all it's going to take. Y'all linebackers in trouble. If we was built like a Big Ten offense, we wouldn't be able to take advantage of the linebackers because y'all be in the box all game.
Wait a minute.
I.e. Wisconsin, i.e. Iowa.
Lewis Lee 1014. I assume he's a Buckeye fan. We know what y'all running. RPOs to death. Easy reads. We ready for that BS.
No.
I guess you were ready for Hassan in Michigan.
We're not. We're
I
not.
guess you were ready for Utah the way they banged on y'all too. Like, I don't care. Being ready for it doesn't mean a thing. That's what we're telling you. You can be ready for it all you want. If you don't have the personnel at linebacker, which you don't, you can keep avoiding that all you want to. You can avoid that all you want to.
Don't got it.
Right? It is what it is. And now you're going to play a 4-2-5. Wait a minute. You're going to play a 4-2-5, take a linebacker out, and let a safety be the seventh man in the box? Or another
Harry Easton calling offensive line plays.
Okay.
With all the tight ends and linemen we got.
We love it.
What do you think you got over there?
We love it.
Oh,
we love it.
We love it.
We love all.
We didn't even run the ball against Oklahoma State. So you watching film to see what?
We love it. We love it. We love it.
And we not Utah. We not Michigan.
No, that's for darn sure.
So I don't understand.
So basically, you're going to run the ball. They talked about that. Play action. He talked about Tyler Buchner. We really didn't give a yardage bookmark for him to reach. He talked about it. Look, yeah, there might be a time in the game where we run the ball and try to keep their offense off the field. That's coming in the second half. But let's keep it real. You know, Notre Dame is going to have to pop some big plays in the passing game. Tyler Buchner has to be efficient. Do not get to third and long. That's just football in general. Has nothing to do, like he said, 53 and a third by 120. Football is football. The field is the same no matter where you go. Don't turn the ball over, like Tyler Buchner said. Be efficient in your offense. Be aggressive. And when the game dictates that you become physical, take time off the clock, keep the offense on the side of the field, you do what you do. You do what you do.
%100% do what you do. And I do think that at the end of the day, this is a matchup problem for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of which Ohio State fans aren't taking into consideration. Yeah, we acknowledge that you guys have an awesome offense. We acknowledge that you guys have some potential drafted guys. But
the number one pick in the NFL draft.
That's right. But we're not those teams you playing. You have a matchup advantage against other teams, but you don't have a better talent matchup than us. You don't got better scheme than us. And you don't got better coaching. So what's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to playmaking.
Does Ryan Day have a lot to prove in your opinion? Because, you know, you put Tommy Rees under the microscope. Does Ryan Day have a lot to prove?
Ryan Day has a lot to prove from a lot of different standpoints. But in this game in particular, at home, he has a ton to prove. Because a team that's out of conference that's actually worth more than a terrible Cal or something, and you losing games at home to teams that are worth a damn at that point, that's something you got to prove, that you can win at home. At least with Kelly, we won at home on big games. We made out of one in California when it mattered, but we won at home. So I do think that he's going to try to have a pride of a defend the homeland, which is standard. But the thing about us is we go to your trap all the time. We go to everybody's trap. So that's not a factor, in my opinion, that's going to sway us like how other teams are affected by that.
Yeah, Lucky Lefty podcast, bro. I love it. I love it. Because objectively, as an intelligent person, I look at the matchups because matchups make fights, matchups make football games. I said it's going to be an incredible game. I still think it's going to be an incredible game because I fully expect both teams to come out and play well.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you might see a few sloppy things, but I expect both teams to come out and play really well. I really do. I absolutely really do. I don't know about any other podcast, but this podcast will not ever get to the point where we speak anything other than the truth based upon what we see. And for what we saw, the inefficiencies, as I said before, Ohio State fans are in the chat admitting that their offensive line has questions.
That's a problem.
Admitting that. That's all you ask when you break down this game.
And don't let CJ get sacked once or twice early. Because I'm going to get on Twitter and start going crazy.
You just going to go crazy over that.
Because you're going to be in trouble.
So the Jim Knowles defense that was still ran, even though he wasn't there at the bowl game, likes to act as a boa constrictor in games, which they start off playing a little loose. And then as the game goes on, they like to tighten the screws and play more man-to-man and, drop into different coverages based upon what you've done in the first half or the first three quarters. That's his DNA. And I expect nothing different. So I expect him, if Notre Dame does come out and punch them in the mouth, I expect him to get aggressive to a counter. I expect him to run blitz to counter what Notre Dame is doing offensively. And this is where Michael Mayer and Lorenzo Styles Jr., Braden Lindsey, and the rest of the skill position guys, this is when they come into play. This is when they come into play. This is when Tyler Buchner will have the opportunity to make the big plays in the passing game. Ultimately, out of all the guys at the skill position, who do you think is going to have the more favorable matchup and is going to come up the biggest in Columbus?
Offensively, because of the matchup, I'm saying Chris Tyree, this is his game. From out the backfield to screens to kick return and special teams to running the football. This is our go-to fire starter before we get to Audric, before we get to the RPOs, before we get to Michael Mayer throwing the football, play action. Chris Tyree has got to start off hot. He's got to get involved early, similar to how he was getting involved in a lot of different ways productively in the Fiesta Bowl. Now, I hope we go more back to that a little bit more, but Chris Tyree is definitely the fire starter for the matchup problem.
Mm-hmm.
You can say what you want about DBs and safeties, but the linebackers are who those linebackers are. We have a depth in the running back room to give them trouble, and in the tight end room to really give them trouble. So I know they're panicking in that defensive room from a defensive coordinator who's looking at the room being like, damn, this is not Oklahoma State. Damn, I got to teach these guys from scratch. Damn, we play a really, really, really tough game, first game, and these guys got to be ready. Damn, these dudes can't tackle. Damn, these dudes can't read the play right. And damn, these dudes are soft. So that's a lot to be dealing with a core of a defense that is primed on really believing that they're just bullying teams. You're not bullying us. We have better offensive linemen. We have better tight ends. We have better blockers. So that's a lot to fight through, a lot to read, a lot to cover. And so we're going to give them hell in that front seven. And then Tyler Buchner being the addition of running the football, you got to account for that.
Mm-hmm.
So now, instead of you worrying about taking on the running back, you got to worry about taking on the lineman and the running back before you get to Tyler Buchner.
Yeah.
And he's not slow. So I'm seeing a lot of matchup issues that Ohio State fans have still can't explain how they're going to come out with a victory if CJ Stroud doesn't throw for 5 million yards, which I find hard with a questionable O-line, with the people we have on the defense end.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud ain't Mike Vick. So we know he's going to be running around somewhere. And if Aiden Hutchinson giving y'all issues, that's all I got to say. Ha! If Aiden Hutchinson giving y'all problems, then it's a W for Notre Dame. Come on, stop playing. Aiden Hutchinson? For real? For real? Come on, man.
Lucky Lefty podcast. We get into not only that, but I expect Jim Knowles to be a little bit aggressive earlier than he normally would, right? Because, I mean, you go to Oklahoma State, and the players that you have at Ohio State probably gives you a little more leeway to say, okay, I can do some more things here than I was able to do at Oklahoma State. But you almost invite that early aggression. You know,
That's the best thing.
Please go man to man. Please go man to man on Lorenzo Styles Jr. Please
and
go
that's
man
what's
to man
different.
there. Please.
We got a guy that can throw it and guys that can get it. That matchup is a matchup that can be won anywhere in college football.
Yeah.
You ain't hiding what you're doing. Mano y mano. That's the best position as an offense you want to be in.
Facts.
So y'all can't disguise too much. Y'all can't show us a bunch of different looks, because we're going to run it. You got to tackle.
Right.
So be out of position. We'll just gas you. So you're going to have to play straight up somehow, and you're going to want to stop the run, so you're going to fill the box more and give us what we've been wanting for. Give us the reason why we got Chancey Stuckey. Let us have that reason.
Yeah.
Let us have that.
Yeah.
Let us give it. I know that's what y'all going to want to give us. Give it to us. We invite the press. Off the field and on the field. We invite the press off the field with the questions and Marcus Freeman smoothly zesting y'all, and on the field, we zest y'all on the field. Give us the press.
The running backs are going to be a problem. Harry, he's staying in the offensive line. Jared Patterson, update for him. It's up to him whether or not he plays.
He's playing. Oh, I'm cutting him. We cutting him off the roster. He don't play.
Can't do that to the man.
Yeah, I'll just play.
Take
your time. Take your time, because it's going to be a good season for us. We're going to be playing when it's cold.
So let me ask you this question. Tyler Buchner yesterday told the media that he does not listen to music like everybody else before a game. What did you do before a game? Because I didn't listen. You know, when I hooped, I didn't get into like listening to music either. I was a jokester, so I pretty much messed with everybody else and cracked jokes. Talked about people, you know, having ashy legs going out before the game. Stuff like that. How did you vibe out before Texas?
I was really just chilling, man. I don't like the music too much either. I like taking in the experience, you know, seeing the fans, getting a clear your mind kind of thing. I think music is pretty good. Maybe right before you run out.
Yeah.
Get a good little sweat for you, pump before you get out there. But, you know, pregame's so long. You know, you drain yourself listening to DMX and Future all practice, you know. So you just want to be relaxed until you get into it.
You know what time it is.
Petticoat. Petticoat. Petticoat Junction.
It's time to get petty
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Now, you upset with something?
and fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's petty historic Petty Junction?
Petty Junction, Pettiest Stories of the Day, brought to you by Onora Whisky at NoraWhisky.com, that premium American whiskey at NoraWhisky.com. Who's on your petty train, bro?
Petty train. Probably undisputed for not being consistent on the shows, man. Where y'all been at? There's been a lot of action going on. We miss you, Uncle Shannon and Skip. Y'all got to get back on TV consistently, man. What's going on?
Yeah, and I'm going to put everybody that cut Notre Dame players in the NFL on the petty train, dude. Got to show love for my guys, man.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Find them boys.
Most of those guys are looking to get picked up on the practice squad. So that's a good thing. But, everyone that cut the brethren at Notre Dame, got to put you on the petty train. Hit the like button, hit the share button. We'll get back at you tomorrow, same time, for another great show. Until then, make sure you spend a different Lucky Lefty podcast.